My latest unpopular opinion is I believe that we as a nation, as American people, we must come together to ban alcohol once and for all. Alcohol is the worst drug known to man. That was the words from my own father, who is a functioning alcoholic himself. I remember I was about 15, 16, 17 years old visiting my dad's house while he was drinking a beer. He put it down on the table, on the coffee table, and said, "That's the worst drug known to man." And now, as a child at that time, as a teenager, I didn't understand what he meant. In my mind at that time, heroin, cocaine, meth, things of this nature, those were the worst drugs that a human being could touch, not alcohol, not something that we use to celebrate birthdays, holidays, Christmas, graduations, even funerals. How could it be something that is so accessible to the average adult citizen who is at least 21 or up, or even below that, to be honest? How can be something so accessible be the worst drug known to man? I didn't understand it. Unfortunately, I myself, and I'm sure you as yourself, you've had horrible interactions and experiences when it comes to alcohol. Perhaps a lot of people in your family are alcoholics. You have alcoholic family members on both sides, such as myself. On both sides, my mom's sisters, my aunts, are heavily into alcohol. I got one aunt, she's actually currently in remission for breast cancer. And last 4th of July, I remember I saw her, she just refused to stop drinking alcohol because she's been on it for so long that if she were to stop, she would possibly die, more than likely. Without alcohol, she begins to shake. She would have tremors and hallucinations, and it was just horrible. Like, she literally needs whiskey and beer as medicine just to feel normal. And again, this is a woman who is currently in remission from breast cancer, more than likely due to abusing alcohol since she was a young girl. A lot of people don't understand that alcohol increases your risk for all forms of cancer. And for women specifically, when we drink alcohol, we abuse it, it actually increases our risk of breast cancer exponentially. Instead of alcohol, this is what you need right here. You see this? Delicious. This is my homemade orange, carrot, pineapple juice with lime and ginger. I just made this a whole fresh batch yesterday, and I filmed the video yesterday below right here in my channel for this homemade juice blend. It's healthy for you, no alcohol. It's detoxifying with the ginger and lime. It's great for digestive system issues. It's great for energizing if you want to increase your antioxidant intake. And it's just overall great for you for hydration. Absolutely delicious juice. Please check it out below in my video archives, and you will see this recipe. I did some research. Alcohol in America is far more dangerous than guns. Each year in America, over 88,000 alcohol-related deaths are reported here in this country, while over just only now this is still an issue, of course, while over 33,000 people die as being victims of gun violence. Alcohol is more than 2 times more dangerous and deadly than guns in this country. More people die from alcohol than being shot or being just a victim of gun violence. That is ridiculous. That blows my mind. And over 22,000 people commit suicide. So again, people are far more likely to become victimized from alcohol than or just from their own selves via taking their own lives. With over 88,000 related alcohol deaths per year in America, alcohol is the 4th leading cause of death that is actually preventable in this country. These are called deaths of despair. People don't have to die from alcohol abuse and alcohol poisoning and alcohol-related deaths such as tragic DUI or drunk driving deaths. But because alcohol has become so normalized in our society, even women, it's been reported that more and more women are abusing alcohol more chronically, and they are dying. We are dying as women far more, almost to men. We're actually catching up to the numbers. We're actually dying more from alcohol-related poisonings and deaths because, again, we're smaller, we have more fat and muscle. So the way we metabolize alcohol, our bodies break it down, it's a lot harder, and it stays in our system a lot longer, and we get drunk a lot quicker and far more intense than the average man because, again, we don't have the same muscle mass and, other enzymes to break down alcohol and metabolize it out of our bodies. Unfortunately, in America, deaths continue to climb due to alcohol-related causes. And it's just so sad how we've just accepted it in this country as normal. And I remember I used to be, I wouldn't say I was an alcoholic, but I was a binge drinker and I was proud of it. So I would go 2 to 3, 4 months without drinking, but when I did drink, I would have 4, 5, 6 plus drinks in one night in one sitting out with friends. I remember this past last Halloween. I ain't gonna lie, we had a blast. I had too much of a blast. I got really sick. Of course, I blacked out, and it was embarrassing because it's like I'm here with my friends. A lot of them, some of them blacked out too, but it's like they have to take care of me, get me cleaned up because I had got that faded, and it made me realize I have an issue and I need to stop. So right now, I've been drinking far, far less. If I do drink, it's no more than 3 drinks. This past weekend, I went camping with some friends. I had no more than 3 drinks. It was just some Mike's Hard Lemonade coolers. That's it. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I had a friend, I ain't gonna say his name, but he got so drunk. He was drinking from sun up to sundown. He got violently sick. He was vomiting everywhere, and he continued to drink alcohol. I was deployed for 9 months in Kuwait from the year 2022 to 2023. And if you know anything about Kuwait or a lot of Arabic countries in the Middle East, they have a ban on alcohol. You're simply not able to purchase alcohol at a store like you are here in America. Here in America, when you go into a grocery store, you have your produce section where you can get fruits and tomatoes and vegetables. You got your meat section, and you also have a whole section just dedicated to alcohol alone. And that's incredibly sad when you think about so many people who die and are dying and who are victims of drunk drivers in this country because we have normalized a drug that is literally the worst drug known to mankind. And it's just sad how we just laugh about it. We all have the alcoholic aunt, that alcoholic father, uncle in our family, and we just see it as normal. It's like, hey, he drinks beers. He drinks about 2 packs of beer each day. Some people, he has a high stress related job. Some people deal with stress differently. Some people do yoga. Some people drink green tea. Some people take a nap. Well, our uncle, our father, our mom, our aunt, they just drink 2 packs of beer a day, and hey, that's just how they've always been. They don't bother nobody. Even though they coming in the house, leaving the house sloppy drunk, they driving drunk, they're putting themselves and the community and their families at risk. But we have accepted alcohol consumption as being a normal adult. Think about all the advertisements. When I was coming up as a kid, I was watching little grown shows such as Sex and the City, and it had left an impression on me as a young girl that as a woman, when you're becoming a grown woman, whether you're a career woman or a mother, it didn't matter. Drinking a glass of wine is something that you do. That's part of your womanly ritual to take care of your mind, body, and soul. It's sexy. It became appealing to me that, okay, once I become an adult, I'm supposed to drink some white wine, some red wines, some sweet Moscatos, because that's what womanhood is, right? That's what everybody I see in the advertisements. That's what I see all these women do in the music videos, rap music videos, Sex in the City, all these TV shows and movies and films that I watched growing up. That was what was advertised to me as a young impressionable girl. And I grew up thinking that was the way, right? That's what society has deemed as normal and acceptable. Alcohol-related deaths are now known as deaths of despair. You have men and women in America, they late 30s, early 40s, mid 50s, who are dying young and premature from alcohol-related deaths. And it does not have to be this way, and it's incredibly sad. Stop drinking.